Here are some coins that I cherry-picked from collections we purchased over the last couple weeks. I typically pick out the best coins, or at least the higher grade coins, or coins that I think are good for auctions that look really good but may have a scratch or something going on with them. We're going to take a look at these coins a little bit closer, so stay tuned. My name's Daniel, and you're watching Coin Help You. My website, portsmouthcoinshop.com, is where you can purchase coins from us or check out what we have to offer. Also, if you need help with a coin, go to coinauctionshelp.com/forum or click the link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment. So let's get started. Let's take a look at these cherry-picked coins. So first off, let's just do the Morgan dollar. This is an 1895S. It's barely edges very fine 20. And you can tell a very fine 20 by that line of hair. When you see that, usually the rest of the wear pattern will align with a very fine. And on the reverse here, the S mint mark. And the coin has been cleaned and retoned. So it's an old cleaning, and you can tell the discoloration as well. So the coin would be problem coin, but a very fine 95S is worth several $100s. Then we have this 1921, the Pilgrim half dollar. As you can see over by the P there, it has a scratch, but it's uncirculated. And here's the reverse. It's one of my favorite coins, one of my favorite commemoratives. Then we have 1893 $10 Liberty. And here's the reverse. In my opinion, the coin looks uncirculated. It does have some rubs. It's probably a mint state 6061. Then we have a 1912 V-nickel that has a lot of nice details. We're talking extra fine, but it's been cleaned and it started to retone. But it has a really nice appearance. It has decent eye appeal. This would make a good item for the auctions. Just put up an auction and let people bid based off of the appearance. This here I found laying in the bottom of my box. This is a 1921. Now you have the 21D as well, and that's the one that's worth more, but this is still a semi-key date. If there was a mint mark, it'd be right there after the E. Then we have a Barber quarter, and the reason I picked this is that a little better date. It's an 1893S. So this would be part of a mint set with a 93S Morgan dollar. That would be so cool to have all together as a year set. And by the way, I do have a 93S Morgan dollar. So this is a 1914. And it has very fine to extra fine details, but it has environmental damage and has been scratched. So it's unfortunate, but it still makes a nice item for an auction. The thing about it is it just stands out when you see it. It's a 16D. I mean, even with having the issues that it has, it just stands out. Then we have some seated quarters. Some of these in very fine condition. This one here is a CC. You can see down at the bottom, you see the mint mark. And a very fine CC quarter like this is not easy to find. Very fine. That's just a very nice CC. Then you have a 73 and a lot of wear, has the arrows. A lot of people don't know this, but the arrows signified a change in the silver content, the weight, in other words. So they started putting the arrows on to signify that it was changed. You can see that the reverse is pretty worn. So this is something that would be for auction. A lot of people are like, well, how did it wear like this? Well, it's possible that this side was in the ground at one time. It could have been in against something in someone's wallet and just kept rubbing as they walked. It's hard to tell why that reverse wore more than the obverse. It's an 1853. It has environmental damage. You can tell by the darker toning, but it has some really nice details, very fine details. And it has the rays. Some of these can be extremely rare. If you ever look at get your red book, get your mega red book. I mean, you can see the values of these and see which ones are worth the most and check your coins out. It'll teach you what very fine is. It's VF. It'll teach you what fine is. It's F. It's always important. I have a video on that as well. This one's been cleaned. You can see the lines, the nice details on this one here. Philadelphia Mint. Didn't put mint marks on these. Philadelphia didn't. And another 76. Be fine details, close to very fine. And this is an S mint. You can see the S. Then you have a 77. It's Philadelphia as well. And you have another 76. There's a lot of 76s. 1876. 100 years after the birth of America. And it's an S as well. Then you have a 1944. It's a nice AU, walking half dollar. These are going to go up at auction. Look like a little bit of a scratch across the reverse there. It's a Philadelphia mint because the mint mark would be there if it was an S or a D. So it's Philadelphia. Then you have another 1944, similar condition. And it also is a Philadelphia mint. And then another one here. These just found, like I said, you're looking through stuff and they kind of stick out a little bit. So 1945, and it's also a Philadelphia mint. One of my favorite coin designs. This one here is probably closer to extra fine. It's probably AU50, but it's right in that range. Picked out some Barber halves. This is a 1894, which is just an earlier year. 92 was the first year. Here's the reverse. And in 92, here's the first year. So if you want the first year of the Barber halves, it's the Philadelphia mint. Then you have a 1907. The reason why I picked this, it has a little bit like the L and the Liberty. Those just kind of stick out. Just most of these Barber coinage is just slicks. And it's actually a New Orleans mint. You can see the O down here at the bottom. And 1900. And the reason I picked this one here is because of the O. So it's a New Orleans mint there. Then we have another 1894, but this one here is an S mint, San Francisco. You can see the S down there at the bottom. Another 1907 has a little more Liberty on it, a little more of the olive leaves. And this is a Denver mint. You can see the Denver D mint mark there. Then we have an 1896. Got a little bit of a scratch on it. Probably been cleaned at one time. And it's a Philadelphia mint as well. Then we have 1901. Has some issues. It's an S. So a little bit better of a Dayton mint. And then we have seeded half dollars. I want to take a look at these. The 1855, it has the arrows. And it's obviously been cleaned. Has a little bit of issue up here, some oxidation. But it has really nice details on the reverse. It is an O mint mark, so you got the it's a 55O New Orleans. Then you have the 1878. It has scratches on it. And probably a little PVC on the reverse there, not to be removed. Philadelphia mint. 1877. Nice details on these. Some of these are just clean to scratch, but they have such nice details on them. 1875. This is your typical look to most seeded halves. They're in this gray, this condition. Philadelphia mint again. Then you have the 1877. And this one's an S mint. You have the 1871. Philadelphia as well. Then an 1858. And Nice reverse. Then, last but most certainly not least, an 1876. And it's got the CC, see at the bottom there, and it's in very fine. That is just a very beautiful coin. Very high dollar. $600, a gray sheet, I believe, on a very fine like this. It's probably closer to extra fine. Probably extra fine 40, I would say. So there's some examples of what I've cherry picked, and I just wanted to show everyone. When I pick things, sometimes they have some issues. It's hard to find type coins like this without issues. They've been out there for so long. They circulated, they've been mishandled. And at first, when they came out, they were just pocket change. No one cared if they had a CC. I mean, some people did a little bit, especially numismatics in general back then, but it was a small market. Very few people collected like they do today. So most of them circulated, no one cared. And then they ended up in collections or put back in drawers and put back in jars and bags and what have you. And now they made it to us as they are with all this history, all this missing metal that came off somewhere along the line. So anyways, thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.